Right back at you, so you know what it is.
Where they live,
Taibu coming live in the living color.
Acting like a work trying to live. Shaking off these haters like snow from
coming in like I'm supposed to my own.
All white suit.
Shout out to my brother Latisse, aka
all white
Slim Reese, out there in LA.
All white too.
Got me sounding good, real good. Let's go.
The whole judicial branch, fucking cash out so they don't have to take me before I take them all. This is nasty. Hey, this is our time. If we in it for a penny, then we in it for a pound.
Let y'all know what the vibe is.
You a bunch of gangsters.
Let y'all know what the vibe is, man. Coming into my own song. I will get the next one out there to you. Stay tuned for the dawn. All right, we got swagger in there, man. It's going down, man. We got this YouTube thing loading up so we can share this screen. We got Shay Houston come up right around 7 of the day. We got the poll picture I want to share with you guys. Get that together. So I'm gonna go ahead, copy that, get rid. I want to make sure that I show actual picture and get it right for you guys. Taibu Muad'Dib right over here, man. We podcasting live and broadcasting live on YouTube at Taibu Muad'Dib. Hashtag the best of your mess. For all y'all out there in Facebook world checking me out, I'm live and in living color. Wouldn't have it anywhere else. Getting them over there, getting them ready over there on Facebook, man, to check us out on YouTube. They can request to join live. Let's go. They can request to join live over there. You want to get in live, that's how you do it. So after much ado, we definitely have the opportunity to see what it looks like, right? Right now to get this this mention in. Ran a poll last night on Instagram, and we know how it looks. We know how it looks. It looks real good. So got some a few things to take care of tonight. One of them is just to make sure that we get over here. I want to show you guys the poll and share this poll screen with you. Gonna have to do a better job at that, man. But I'm happy to be here on a True Love Tuesday. Showtime is set for 7:30. Internet issues. Can't do anything about that. But we're live now. And folks need to know it. Had to bring it into my much beloved much beloved theme song. We named it Cold. My brother named it Cold, basically. That's how I started the verse off. Cold as a stranger. He likes that line. My brother's been a fan of mine ever since I started doing rap, and he knew about it. And I am happy to give him that energy. I want him to know that I love him always and that I'm ready to manage his career as I'm continuing to meet people with positions of power and prestige and that have the connections to make it happen. So I'm letting the folks that I invited in tonight know I'm live right now. They can tap in. They already have their links. So it is what it is. We're moving forward with this. Everybody that really wants to jump in here and have their presence felt. We're talking about what's the definition of a good man, and I'm trying to give you guys just a little bit of feedback from myself, but I want you guys input is very, very important to me. What is the definition of a good man? Um, the ladies need to have that. The village needs to make sure that we keep everybody accountable. Uh, Bottom line, my favorite people, I just want them to know this is what it is. We're going hard. If you have your link, go ahead and just jump in. I'll see you in the studio and I'll bring you in one on one, one by one, excuse me, until everything is everything. So moving forward, if you do know uh someone you believe is a good man, come on, talk about that person. Talk about his qualities, his characteristics. We need to get a good definition for that. The sisters out there that are truly looking for a genuine good man to settle down with, build their family with, continue to build their family with. There's nothing wrong with the mixed family in this generation, but we're looking to show the young people how to have a single family unit, stick together, stay together. We need unity in the home before we can have it in the community. So that's the platform that I have, and I'm excited about it. Let's go. So request again, request access, and you'll get the link if you want to join live and give your opinions, your questions, and concerns. So whatever you want to do right now, I'm with it. Let's make it happen. Keeping my keeping my whistle wet. Need to make sure that we're prepared for the podcast. So I did a poll, and I wanted to know: can a good man's pockets be hurt and still be considered a good man? Uh, and we went on to Instagram, and I wanted to just show that. I want to get used to screen sharing anyway. I wanted to show that and get that up there one way or another. So as soon as I get clearance, we're going to make that pop. I wonder if I can go into my downloads, video file, slides. Let me see if I can go into see what happens if I try to get this jumped off. I don't want to mess the stream up, but I want to see how far I can push something. Oh, look at gives me the downloads. Says there's nothing in this. No items match your search. What is that all about? I just have a download. I just downloaded something. What's on the desktop? Let's see. Pictures. Let's see. Wow, isn't that something? I definitely just down. So I'm shocked that it's not on there. It's interesting. Cancel that out. I have to download it again. I thought I opened it up though. Good. My Google's Gmail is taking forever to load up. We talked about men and money. It looks like you can consider a man a good man if he doesn't have any. That's off the poll and the responses from it. Trust me, by the time I report these numbers, I have hundreds of responses. Even 100 is good enough, as far as my platform is concerned. But I want you guys to tap the button and vote. Keep voting. We'll go for a week. We'll bring it back next week. We'll talk about it. What is a good man? Ladies, good man doesn't have to have a penny, it looks like. He can still be a good man. So how you work with that, I don't know. If you have your own anyway, how you work with that is you tell the brother, hey, look, I don't want to have to feed and clothe you too. So let's go get you something. All right. But he can still be a good man and appreciate you, obviously. Are good. That's what we're getting from the polls. Now, a lot of commercial podcasts are saying different things. Women are talking about what a man has to do for them. Uh, Men are talking about what a man should do for women. But clearly, based on the poll question that I asked, that's not the case. Uh, we have to look at the reality of what we're talking about. Coming in. All right. There's a call coming in. Somebody we know, respect, and love on this. Let's what's going on with it. We're gonna find out real quick what's happening with her. Just kind of get her input. We love on Liz. Let's see what she's talking about. Let's get her on the horn. Aunt Les has been a follower for a minute. We're definitely happy to have her and her points of view and opinions.
What's on, Taibu?
What's going on with you?
I was actually just listening to your message, and I must have accidentally hit the call. I wasn't meaning to try to interrupt your day.
It's cool. So, I'm podcasting live right now. If you like a link to join my actual room, I have a better podcasting experience. So I'm just giving Facebook and Instagram on bits and pieces, but I'm really all the way fully on YouTube now, podcasting through a stream service called StreamYard. So I can send you the link. The link brings you right into my broadcast studio online, and then I can just admit you when you're ready or when I get done doing what I'm doing and bring you in. So it's a better experience. I can share on here now. It's just a much better experience. So I can have 6 people, so we can have better, more informed discussions. You can bring a friend. But I was just trying to keep you in it because we need to get a good definition of what a good man is out for the ladies, out for the sisters, out for women out there that truly want a good man to settle down, but so they know the fake from the real. And we're just going to stand on it. As a village, we should become more accountable to our women, definitely on how we treat them, and we should become more accountable to each other as men on how we watch ourselves treat our women on both those things. So that's why this is important for me. I hope you sticking here with me a little bit longer. I'm going to hang up now, but I will send you your guest link, and I hope you tap in. All right?
I understand. It's not really the perspective. I know you see from that perspective, but that's not really the reason why.
I know that it's just yeah. I mean,
who loves their people.
Yeah, I'm saying do you, but man, I value and appreciate you. You're one of my elders. I think that you should just stick with us because your opinion, your opinion is valued by me. At least it's my show. Darius, love his opinion.
Yeah.
Tony, love his opinion. Whenever the real OGs come on my program, I love to have you on there. So just sticking with me a little bit longer, we get some things done. When you see the needle moving, it may be because of your input as well. People are listening. People are watching. This thing is building. I'll be a reality show in a couple of months with this whole thing. It'll be live. It's going to be a big deal. So just stick with us a little bit longer, all right? But take care of yourself. I hope you're feeling good mentally. But go ahead.
Yeah, I am. I guess there's a lot of things that are just kind of pulling on me. But I'll let you get back. I'm not gonna keep you. Okay.
Once you're on the show, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you your link anyway.
Huh?
I'm gonna send you a link right now anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Come on.
That's Aunt Les, everybody, man. She's out there on the East Coast doing her thing. We're out here trying to make it happen in the DFW. Shout out to Funky Town. Shout out to Dallas. We're in Arlington, man, doing our thing, making it happen. I'm waiting for this page to come up so I can get it cracking so I can show the post what's going on. We're at Taibu 2 Rise. Let's go. Get that out of here. See what that looks like. Okay. Get it popping. Come on, allow me in, fool. Yep. That's about right. I'm getting the treatment, y'all. Man, I wish. I wish this thing would act right, y'all. Cause I got it going on. Let me see if I can at least share that much. Share the screen. I gotta get this screen share thing right down. All right, share the screen. Let's see what this looks like over here. Entire screen, Chrome tab. All right, let's go. Share, let's go. All right. Choose what to share. Well, trying my best to. Hey, Shay, what's going on?
What up?
I'm trying to get my screen share jumping. Screen sharing was canceled. Make sure you click share on the modal. Yeah, I'm trying to shrink the screen so when I hit screen share, it comes on there. There we go. Let me get it smaller. The Instagram join up there. Finally came in. Let me just screen share one thing successfully real quick. That would be positive. I be screen big. I be having my screen big because you know, it is what it is. It says choose what to share. I got that. I don't know how to make it pop because it's so big. I can't get to the bottom where it says share it, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to make it share. Oh, there it goes. Can you see it? Am I sharing the screen?
No.
Can you see me? Is the
No.
screen being shared?
Can you hear me?
Are we sharing the screen here?
No,
You can't see it?
I see your head beaming.
I can hear you. Let me go all the way big one time.
Okay.
You see my head? All right. I just went screen. So there's that. So it says view tab. I'm gonna hit view tab and see what that does. No, you should be able to see it. You see it now? I can see it. Can you see it? Shay, are you there? Well, that's what it is.
Yeah, I see it now.
Y'all seeing what I'm seeing now?
Yes.
Okay. Go Taibu. So as you can see, I did a poll on now I was all again, it would have said 100% yes. So out of 100 or more responses, 100% of people say the question is, can a man who doesn't have much money be considered a good man? Yes or no? And 100% of the people said yes. So what are you women complaining about? What are y'all complaining about? I don't get it. Help me out, people. I don't get it. What are you complaining about? I don't get it. What's the big deal? Can somebody help me out with that? What's the big deal? Got my man LaShawn Vaughn coming in. 100% people said, 100% says yes. A man can be broke and be considered a good man. This thing is typing super slow. That's all right. Yes, 100%. I don't know. People be on these whack podcasts. They be capping. Like the young folks say, they all cap. Because women swear up and down they wouldn't deal with a guy that don't have no money. But I run a poll and hundreds of people say yes. So he will, so he gonna come in here and check us out. A man can be broke and still be considered a good man. That's just astronomically crazy. I mean, from what I've been hearing from women on this show alone and on the podcasts, from other people, especially what Shay brings us on the right or wrong segment. It's all cap. Y'all out there just capping for real. Because clearly y'all think a man can still but this is probably part of the reason why women are getting fooled though. Lowered expectations. I don't know. I don't know if I agree. I'm over here on Facebook Live, man. Jump in there, let me know what your deal is. 100%. Oops. Say yes. A man can be broke and still be considered a good man. Man, y'all ladies, y'all some rest haven for these fools out here that ain't trying to do nothing with their life. I swear. I don't know what to say about that. There's two polls that I ran that make me question African people's sanity. The women want to be treated like queens. They demand to be treated like queens. But they also reserve the right to use that snatch to make the catch with whoever, whenever, however they want to. Yes, their body count shouldn't matter, but they demand to be treated like queens. I don't know much about royalty, but I dare say that they're allowed to have a high body count and still be married off to other royalty. I'm about to go around the world, y'all, and check that out and see if women who are quote unquote high born are allowed to just bust down basically for any guy she thinks is cute or deserves to get that thing and still be treated by a king. Because women be like, when I find my king, he ain't gonna marry you with that high body count because you're not a queen. Let's just be real. I don't know. So we go to looking at this what's a good man thing, and he can be broke and still be considered a good man. It was like 80-20 that he can still be considered a good man and be running from his responsibilities. So women, y'all have some lowered expectations. That's why we got to get this functional definition of what a good man is. Y'all have to raise your expectations. Y'all can't be accepting these low expectations for men, but want a better quality man. I said it before, a confirmed genius. I said it before on this show, right here. That ladies, y'all have all the power. Like that song go, Robo Power, Robo Power. I hear it all the time when I'm bouncing the nightclub. They play it every time I'm bouncing. Every time I'm doing security, they play the song. And people go crazy. But y'all got all the power. If y'all stop letting any lame simp jump off in there in them stirrups and ride them cowboy, how about them Cowboys? Football season again. Shout out to all the Cowboy fans. Hey, I'm not. But I cheer for the team where I'm at because it's not about where you're from, it's about where you at. And I'm in the D. So I root for the Cowboys, but I'm a Steeler fan. That might not make sense to you, but it is what it is. I'm a Steeler fan at heart, but I cheer for the Cowboys because I'm here in Cowboy land. So I follow the Cowboys page and I'm close to the stadium. Probably take a game or two in this year. Shout out to Vivid Seats for making sure I get to whatever game I want to go to wherever I'm at. On Wisconsin. Let's go Badgers. Is what it is. Truly. Big Ten. A man to be considered a good man. What is up with that? We saw the question. I'm telling y'all, because I couldn't log in and do all that stuff. Like it's not giving me that option. Uh, I'm telling y'all right. The poll says that the poll said uh, 100% say a man can be broke. We back off in here going hard, man. My man Sean, let's see what's going on with him. Let's see what's going on with my man Sean real quick. All right. It's up and running, y'all. We up and running. Connect your. Oh, okay. He good. He good. We good to go. We got LaShawn on here.
What's going on with you? How you doing, bro?
We doing it real big tonight. My man LaShawn Vaughn out of Wisconsin, man. We gonna do it real big tonight. We're gonna get Shay. Man, yo, yo, yo. Tap in. So I got Shay Houston on here, where she does the right or wrong segment. I'm waiting for my Gmail account to give me what I can get from it as far as the right or wrong segment is concerned. I won't uh, I won't not do the right or wrong segment. What I'll do is I'll do it a different way. I'll offer on a different device. He's uh, doing it from my own device. We get the sound quality and we get the video that I would like for us to have on this show. Basically, what it comes down to, my man Sean, is that my computer is always struggling with space because I'm not super techy, so I don't really know how to what do you call it? Free the space up. I reset it once before that worked. I got a couple of gigabytes, but at the end of the day, I'm still struggling to get that thing all the way correct. So I'm a good screen. Y'all got the option to use your concerns. Y'all can put them in the comment section. I'm gonna keep going on Facebook because it's been continuous. I had a break in this broadcast right here. I want to get the whole live stream. This is how it looks on YouTube over here on Facebook on my iPad. I'm telling y'all, I don't like the response I got on Instagram. I don't like it at all. I don't. 100% of women say that, or well, 100% of people. Sorry, they say that men can be broke and still be considered. But that's where we're at right now with the poll. Can you believe that? All the great women do, Sean, is struggling with money financially and still be considered a good man. It's on you. Can you hear me, Sean?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is my mic on? Can everybody hear me? Oh, okay. It's on you. I'm posing the question to you before I bring Shay in for the right or wrong segment of the day. 100% of people answered the poll and said a man can be considered a good man even if he's struggling financially or broke. What do you think about that before we go ahead and go to the right or wrong segment of the day?
First, you got to sit back and define what's considered a good man. You know, first that definition got to come up, and you know, you do have to respect the fact that each and every woman, um, they probably already got their own definition of what would be considered a good man. You know, some may feel like he don't have to make a lot of money, or understand that he may be going up and down. You know what I'm saying? It's all up on how you define a good man. What exactly
So
is a
you
good
would,
man?
so you would, so you haven't. I'm going to cut you off. So you haven't been listening or watching any relationship podcast shows. You aren't listening to women talk about their expectations of a man financially.
What
You haven't really heard
what
anything
those
lately.
a lot of podcasts sit back and display women who's searching for high value man. You know, a lot of them are looking for what's defined as a high value man. So that's a whole nother category, within
Now,
itself.
how can a high value man not be a good man? How can not be born in the same? High value means having a good man, loyal, faithful, honest. How can that
Well,
not be high value?
it depends. It depends on, okay, so I guess what's out there right now when you talk about what's considered a high value man, we talking about somebody who make 100 plus a year. That's considered a high value man. A high value man, what's considered a high value man is somebody who have um mainly money, but they have a lot of worth to them. You know what I'm saying? Which attracts a whole lot of females. So it's and then they got their standards. Their standards is up also. As far as what type of female are they looking for? You know, I guess when you live, um, I guess when you live what's considered an average lifestyle, I guess you have to. I guess we got used to working with what we got versus being in a position where you able to pick and choose who it is that who you want to deal with.
I mean, that's a toughie for me, bro. That's a
What
toughie
what
for me.
what the high value?
It's just
What's the
tough for
toughie
me
for you?
because I'm just not buying that just because a man has money, he's gonna treat you right, be faithful to
No,
you,
no,
loyal to
no.
you,
That's
and
not the.
stick with you.
That's
But
not the.
what I'm saying, and then also in the African community, that means that uh, most women are going to be dating outside the culture because because by and large, the majority of African men aren't making over $100,000 a year, anywhere near it.
Well, the
So the
thing
average
is,
median for African, go ahead.
it's only a small percentage of men who actually make that amount of money. It's actually a small percentage. Something like 5 or 7% only make that. So we
So
we
women can't settle down. All women can't be wanting, uh, can't use that definition of the man and woman because it's just not mathematically possible for them to catch one and
absolutely,
settle him down.
ab- absolutely. However, you still got the mentality going on, and that's why I don't know. You still got that mentality going on, or that's what type of guy they want. So you may have to actually. I don't know. That's what's going on right now, and it's unbelievable. However, you gotta. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. It's hard. It's hard to sit back and explain right now in this setting.
I mean, just marinate on this while we bring Shay in. Right around segment of the day. Shay's gonna come in right around segment of the day. When she jumps back in here, we're gonna see what's going on with her. Her face is on the screen. She's just holding up real estate right now. She has to jump on here. I'll play her theme song until she picks her own, and then we'll go ahead and
You
jump
with
off
these
into right around
songs.
segment of the day. It just is what it is. I mean, LaShawn, Shay Houston, man, Shay, LaShawn, and Sean know about this song. Hey, it's the no joke, right or wrong segment with Shay, y'all. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go right into the third round segment. Do you want to give us some background into it, Shay?
After you play the clip.
Okay. All right. Let me put it back to where you wanted at. All right, here's the clip, everybody. Here's the clip.
Will become a different way. Like nowadays, motherfuckers like send us in a picture. What's on Instagram? I was just gonna say yes, these things is true. Like there was a man not even attractive. The answer is yes. This is what I say as a result of us doing such a thing. We messed up the market because women think because women are attaching the value of the dude that smashed to what it is that they look like. They now think because this dude that they're attracted to has smashed them, they think that they are more attractive than they actually are. So the dude that actually want to be with her, he doesn't get the time of day because she's like, listen, hey, this dude that's an 8, 9, 10 gave it to me. So I know you ain't the same. Why you doing that? That's
Okay.
the checkmate right there. That's the checkmate.
So there you have it. The right or wrong segment. Go ahead, Shay.
So basically, what they talking about is that guys go through so many women, even if they are a 2 or a 10, they smashing everybody. So when a 2 beating slept with a guy that's like a 9 or 10, she get in her head that, oh, well, I can get any good looking guy because, I done slept with a couple of them. So when somebody that comes on her level that want her, she don't even look at them because she got in her head that, oh, I could bag, a 9 or a 10. You just a 2 to me. You know what I'm saying? So do y'all feel that they right or wrong in what they saying that that's how women are feeling because so many guys then smashed everybody. So everybody feel that they on the same level as like a girl that they feel is like a 8 or a 9.
Well, that's a cold shot. Uh LaShawn, you a special guest. I'm gonna let you tackle that one first. LaShawn don't want to touch that one, y'all.
No, I'll touch it. I'll touch it. And I'll be honest about it. And I will be honest about it. All right.
It's good.
Okay, so if I use the word starter kit, why y'all laughing? Why y'all laughing? Why?
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
that all
okay, so I'm not sure how old you was when you first started, dealing with girls in a sexual way.
okay.
But when you
It's kid
younger,
friendly, so be cool.
okay.
Like
Just don't
how?
cuss. Try to call
Huh?
physical interaction. Call it rowboating. We try to make it so the kids are included. They get the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a kid friendly show. We want the young folks to tap in and learn from us the right way to do things because they see the wrong way all over the place.
Okay.
Starter
I
kit.
can't. If that's the case, I really can't be as open. I really can't be as open.
No. I'm not
No,
saying you
just
can't.
no
We don't talk
cussing.
about
No
Oh, just
cussing.
no
right. No,
cussing.
Yeah.
nothing totally overtly vulgar. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
got
But
you, got you. Okay, so to go back to what I was saying about the starter kit, when you first get into the sexual world,
right.
Um it is the least attractive women who was always willing to put out.
Okay.
And and um and yeah, they went through their sexual experience, which sometimes messed them up. However, it's to answer your question, just to stay on subject. I think they somewhat know. However, they also understand their sexual they also understand their sexuality, so they capable
Man,
of,
this is the right or
huh?
wrong segment. You have to choose a side, or don't. At least come out and say I don't know. Shay does it all the time in this whole segment, y'all. If you don't really have, if you in the middle, just say you in the middle, bro. Because this is the right or wrong segment. The guy clearly
It's
said
not wrong for them
that
to think that way.
men who are attractive, even with unattractive women, mess the market up. You agree with that or don't? Is he right or wrong? But if we're a 9 or a 10 and we sleep with the 2 or 3, have we now messed it up for the guy that wants to be with the 2 or 3,
What
really be
in the
with her
world is going on with your head?
because she wants to be uh, with that 9 or 10 guy? That's what he's saying. You know what I mean, LaShawn? Are we messing
Yeah,
the
I
market
understand the
up?
question, but she, no, 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 no. I don't see how, because she's gonna have what she wants.
So she should give a guy that's not a 9 or a 10 uh his shot, even though she's bagged a 9 or a 10 before, she should have her head in the clouds. She should see a 2 or 3 like herself as a potential partner.
No, I don't feel she got to. I don't feel women got to play the same games we got to play.
Cheers. I'll drink to that. Shay, what do you think? Is he right or
Nah,
wrong?
it's your turn. It's your turn.
Look, hashtag sexiest man in Dallas. Let me tell you something right now.
Oh my God.
You got to go with value, right? Quality of life. Do you want a chick that's a 9 or a 10 and she don't want to sniff you or smell you or be in your presence unless you have coming out your pocket with some money for her? Is that the kind of life you want to live, or do you see yourself in that role where I know she's not gonna ever have feelings for me? All she cares about is my money, but she's allowing me to whatever. Uh, I don't know. Personally, me, I can't abide that because when I'm laid prone in the hospital or in my home in the bed and my lights is fading, I don't want her like sign this. Go, Ty. I don't want her at the bed like sign this. Before you check out, sign this. I want her holding my hand like, baby, take me with you. You know what I'm saying? I want the Romeo and Juliet type love. You know what I mean? In the book, I'm real with this, people. I don't want a woman around me that when my lights is fading, she at my bedside with the document, like sign this, like sign it all over to me, baby. I loved you, right? You know what I'm saying? I want her there holding me, dabbing my forehead with a wet cloth, with the ice on it. You know what I mean? I want to know I was loved in my last few moments. You see what I'm saying, LaShawn? So I don't think men who date or sleep with women that they don't find necessarily attractive, I don't think that they do it mainly just to be uh, putting a feather in their cap. I think that woman generally had a connection with them, and they had a connection with that woman, and that it wasn't just about some accessible rowboating. I think that he had a vibe with him. They connected, and that's what aroused him beyond just his physical eyesight. And that being the case, I think that he should go with that over her physical appearance all day. I'm not saying like most of the women in the world aren't 9s or 10s. They're between 4 and 6. Let's keep it real. Now, when they take care of themselves and dress themselves up and put on the woman girdle thing and whatever, they can appear to be a 7 to an 8. But most of the women aren't no 9s or 10s. That's just being real. Even with the jobs and the jobs, you know what I'm talking about, they're still not reaching that 9 to 10 level. They're just monstrosities in fours and sixes. So what I'm saying to you guys is, men, money or no, get you a woman that cares about you and that's really into you. If you're gonna lay down with her, and I shamed my former co-host LaShawn. Check that episode out. Go on my Instagram or on my Facebook page or right here on YouTube and check that out. I shamed my former co-host for saying that he was rowboating the mess out of a chick, but when she wanted to get serious with him, he told her she didn't look good enough. So I had to disassociate with myself and him by putting the bag on my head because he wouldn't stop. I was trying to tell him, chill, cool. He wouldn't stop. I don't agree with that at all. If she's good enough to lay down with and rowboat with LaShawn Shay, I think that you should. She's good enough to make something happen with all day long. Now, Shay, it's on you.
I feel that I'm in between because it's like, yeah, I know you kids, y'all just, smashing to be smashing, but in some way, I feel that y'all do me liking girls that's, not like big, but, thick is what you would call it, I guess. So just because a girl is bigger, I think back in the day, when a girl was considered like, what was her name off of, they used to call, she used to like want the snacks and stuff. Was it on Friday?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
baby D.
Yeah, baby D. I'm saying like her size, even though she was thicker, she wasn't like fat, and how they be trying to say or whatever. But I'm just saying, in some type of ways, I think y'all really did like girls that was like that size or whatever. But I don't know. To me, I don't feel that it messes up a way a girl thinks. It kind of boosts up her ego, but I don't see her putting down somebody that is on her level because she didn't sleep with somebody that's way above her level, I guess. So I'm kind of in between
All
on
right.
that.
All right, there we have it, man. That's the right or wrong segment. And I will quickly, briefly play it again so that you guys who are just joining can check out what it uh bottom line. Hold on 1 second. I got to get this message out.
Are you here in Texas?
No, I'm in Milwaukee.
What time is it over there?
We on this 8:38. We on the same time as you guys.
Oh, okay. I'm saying it look
So,
like y'all got the same outside that we got.
Yeah, yeah.
so let me go ahead and pump this one more time so everybody can check it out. This is what the conversation is all about. I got a little bug complication here. Get your
Mm-mm-mm.
on my
As a result of us too. It's like nowadays, motherfuckers be like, send the picture, bro. Tell us in the picture. What's on Instagram?
I was just gonna, I was just gonna say, yes, these things is true. There are tons of men that have sex with women that they're not even attracted to. So the answer is yes. This is what I say. As a result of us doing such a thing, we mess up the market because women think because women are attaching the value of the dude that smashed to what it is that they look like. They now think because this dude that they're attracted to has smashed them, they think that they are more attractive than they actually are. So the
So
gist,
we can stop right there. 'Cause that's really the gist of it, right? Do
Dude
we
sound like a
believe
hater.
that? I mean, I'm in a city right now where ugly guys that have money, like you said, LaShawn, guys that are a woman's grandpa's age, uh, they're dating women happily. I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know for a fact when I met one young lady I was dating, her buddies were the guy that was 10 years older than me. I'm talking about, I'm talking about the guy that, you know, Leroy, old school. I'm talking about everybody, favorite older uncle. I'm talking about families. It was crazy. And she was, from what I heard, servicing him in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Uh, the whole deal. And that was her dude. So I think that if women are allowed to uh, choose a guy that's less attractive because of what he can provide for her, and that we're not discussing that inflating his ego. He know what it is. I don't think that in reverse, women are wrong for thinking that they should have more than what they're looking like, as long as they can provide that guy with an experience. As far as a brother, okay, well, again, Lashana asked you if she's a 2 or 3 in looks and he's a 2 or 3 in looks, and she's like, you don't look good enough, right? To be honest, everybody knows a really ugly dude. To me, every dude's ugly. Same for my brothers and my sons because they look like me, so they got a little bit of swagger. But every dude's ugly son of a gun. I'm saying I'm just being listen. I don't know how you feel about that. That's just being real. I mean, I don't really find any guy attractive. So I can be like, man, he dressed well, his car is nice, but I would never say he looks nice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a good looking dude. I don't know. Uh, not this is my personal. What I'm saying is that if a woman tells a guy he doesn't look good enough to be with her, what's his response gonna be? Because she's just one fish in a pond. You know what I'm saying? So to your point, Lynn, I think that every woman is going to value a different type of situation. I don't think necessarily that women who get lucky, right? That's what's called for us, right? For men, men that smash a woman at any given time, we call it getting lucky. So for women, if getting lucky for women is to smash somebody way above their station, I would say it's not messing up the game at all. Good for her. Good for you, girl. Shoot. That's what I have to say about that. Now, we got the right or wrong segment out the way. Deshaun says wrong. I say they're wrong. Stays in the middle. The topic tonight, as we come to our point where we're talking about what is a good man, the poll said that people have
Hey,
voted
hey,
that
I gotta
men
leave for
can
a few
be
minutes. Hey, hey, bro, I gotta leave for a few
sure,
minutes.
sure. Take care of that. Um, Shay, the poll says 100% people believe that a woman or a man can be considered a good man even if he is still broke. If he's broke, he's still be considered a good man. Uh, and yet and still, there's so much attention given to men having money and being providers. So, do you think that there's something wrong with that poll response, or are we moving to an era where we just all have lower expectations? What do you think about that?
Mm, I wouldn't say lower expectations, but I would still say he's a good man. Even though he is broke, you still can work yourself up. Every man wasn't born rich. You know what I'm saying? They had to be broke at some point and then get to where they, became successful and they were making what they wanted to make. But I don't think that They lowering expectations when it comes to that.
What's the ladies? What's the cutoff point? I want to know what's the cutoff point. How do you know that him being broke is just who he is? It's not just his situation at the time. What's the cutoff point? Let's put a number on it.
Now, okay, okay, to an extent, like you 60 and you still broke, like, and when you say broke, what do you mean? Like, are you saying like they living off of somebody, they not working? Like, when you say broke, what do you mean? Define broke.
I mean, Delante,
Can't
my
living
former
paycheck to
co-host,
paycheck.
well, no, my former co-host said that a man's not financially attractive unless he's making around 70,000 a year between one job, two jobs, whatever his side hustle, his own business. Financial attractiveness for a man is 70,000 a year. So broke is basically, I guess, 40 and under, because at that point, all he can do is take care of himself, really, and make ends meet. So what can he really offer a woman? What extra does he have to take you out or take you places or buy you stuff, nice things? So broke, we'll say broke. The definition of broke is 40 G's and under, as far as financial attractiveness is concerned. Uh, Broke can be
But
between
if
40 and
he's single and he by himself and he making 40,000, and then he get with you and you making 40,000, I'm just saying.
but everything else doubles. I mean, the size of the dwelling should double. So the dwelling
Why?
price
It's just
lease.
y'all too. Or you saying somebody that has baggage, like they have kids and all of that.
Well, just the realism of it. Let's just be real about it. That's all I'm saying. Let's just be real about it. Here's my point, everybody. Let me try to do it like this. At the end of the day, we're looking for the definition of a good man. Ladies, I think that you should have, just like I told the fellas with the asterisk on the body count. Ladies, I think that you should be very wary of really pursuing something with a guy that doesn't at least have a plan in place that he's working to build his financial situation up, even if you meet him and he's not financially attractive at that point. If he has a plan and you see him actually working towards that, you can rock with him. But if he's all talk and there really is no manifestation, there really is no fruit, he's not bearing no fruit financially, I don't think we consider that guy a good man. I don't think we can consider a guy that runs from his responsibilities as a good man. Any of that. I'm just being real with you. So that's where it's at for me at this point. Uh, he doesn't have to be rich. He doesn't have to be making 70,000 when you meet him, but he has to be mindful of his financial situation, his credit score, what that means to the relationship as far as building. Kicking it or smashing a guy that doesn't have $70,000 a year, that's on you, ladies. But when it comes to a good man in the sense of building something and making something happen with on a serious level, bringing them home to meet your family and stuff like that, he has to at least be working towards that mark and showing that that's what he's really on, one way or another. Because it's not impossible to do these days. In Dallas, Fort Worth area, there's plenty of opportunities to work one, two jobs, three jobs, whatever you want to do, exhaust yourself, but to put food on the table, to provide, to make a nice life for the person that you love, man. So if you're not doing that, if you have a plan to do that, to go back to school, to get more education, to gain skills and knowledge or whatever, to build yourself, ladies, he's not a good man. Not in the sense that that's somebody that you want to build with. Also, with the poll being what it is, I want you ladies to know that that voted on that, women that voted on that have the right to take that man from you. If he's not interested in building his financial self to provide and take care of you better, he's more than likely going to see the writing on the wall anyway. You getting tired of him in his broke self, and he'll already be setting up birds in the bush for when you tell him to kick rocks. So there's that to consider. A man financially independent and willing to up and move around any given time, he's more than likely the kind of guy that you want to try to make something happen with because you keeping him and showing him, hey, this is where you should be. I find fruit in that. It would be the same as me dealing with a woman that's very, very beautiful. Whether I have money or not, I'm saying, hey, look, the value is here. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else, right? So the bottom line is, I just don't think that uh, that qualifies him as a good man if he's not really striving to look at and take care. Because let's be honest, we shouldn't be the only culture anymore that struggles so mightily financially in the future. Back in the day, maybe yes, but we're free now. We should be conscious now. Let's make it happen and go for it before we know. I'm gonna bring in my brother Min, if you don't mind, Shay, and get his feedback on some of the things we've been discussing here tonight. Everybody's celebrity life coach, my friend Damon, you know him as Min.
How you doing
How's it
today,
going,
brother?
Damon?
I'm good. How about yourself?
All right.
How you doing,
And
Sister
my
Shay?
queen.
Hi, how you doing?
All right, all right, all right. What are we talking about tonight, beloved?
Well, tonight we're still working on a functional definition for what it means to be a good man. I ran a poll, and the poll basically came down to me the question: can a man be struggling financially, essentially broke, and still be considered a good man? And 100% of people on that poll have answered so far. Over 100 people have answered the poll question, and it's 100% yes. He can still be considered a good man and be struggling financially. I
Uh-huh.
found that interesting because women complain about men being broke. Women complain about having to take care of a man.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to figure that out. To me, it seemed counterproductive to say, well, he could be a good man, still be broke, but at the same time, y'all really ain't going. And so
Mm-hmm.
my brother LaShawn was here talking about that. It just seemed to me a little bit of contradiction going on there. You're willing to accept the broke man, but in your heart you really want that. So are you just locking up with this person because you don't want to be lonely? That's not really who you want to be with. What's the deal with all that? So we're discussing that. Shay's Right or Wrong segment had, I don't know if you've seen it, I can play it again, but brothers was talking about how men sleep with women that they're not attracted to, but they sleep with them anyway. And that messes up the market because now very unattractive women are all out there looking for very attractive men. So they're treating men who aren't attractive themselves like, I don't want to be with you. I just want this really, 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 really good looking man. I don't want to be with somebody that looks average like me. And so
Mm-hmm.
basically he's saying that that's messing the game up. So those were the two things that were discussed tonight. How do you feel about one or the other or both?
All right. So first, let's start with the can you be a good man and still be financially inadequate? Put it like that.
Okay.
Well, let me say this. Do you think Jesus was a good man?
I was taught that he is.
Okay. Now I think there's millions, if not billions, of people who would say Jesus was a good man. Jesus was broke. Okay, Jesus was broke. We're not a rich man, not financially well off. And my point is this, because if we look beyond money, because money is an outward thing. When we're talking about wealth doesn't determine the quality of a person. Wealth is a tool for the person to express more. It's going to be a good person. He can actually express his goodness more if he have more money. But if he doesn't have the money, he's still a good person because it's about the inner qualities that he have that he's expressing. Does he have compassion? Is he compassionate? Does he want the good things for others that he want for himself? Is he kind? And I ain't saying nice, but is he kind? In his actions, is he upright? Does he lead and does he walk with integrity? See, these are the things that make a good man. So there are a lot of women today, and as you said, just to expound upon why do women nowadays complain about broke men, but at the same time say a good man can be a broke man. Well, the thing about it today, we're talking about this idea that men are supposed to be the providers, right? There was a time just back in the 70s and in the 60s and so forth, especially in the 60s, and every time before then, where men were the providers. But what happened? Women actually took it upon themselves to go and say, I'm equal to a man. I want equal jobs, I want equal job opportunities, and I want equal pay. So they step up and said they want to be equal to men. So now they're stepping up to say, I want to provide just like men. So somehow today women have forgotten that women, when you did that, you actually moved into a position to where you are the breadwinner and you're not the one sitting at home. So it's not the man that's providing anymore. It is a cooperation. All right. It's a cooperation. And it's not a 50. I've seen this ratio being, it's not 50-50. It's 100-100. That's what people got to understand. Both parties are giving 100% of what they have. Give 100% effort. It's not a 50-50. You don't split it. You participate in it at 100%. Each party does, right? So
Man,
this
you
is
always scare me. You always scare me when you talk about cooperation.
well.
You
I'm,
still
I'm
got me
telling
with that. You gotta come out here more and bust my head because we simply don't have enough cooperation as a people with each other.
that's
We're
right.
so quick. We're so quick to, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, since you're on here and you're gonna go deep with this, I know. When sisters disrespect me, when I know I'm going hard for them, I got their back. Then I look at these sisters kowtowing for these European brothers. All up, they look at them with the Google eyes all over them. These but European brothers is getting all this love. Like then you got, but with me, they're Kendra G, loud mouth, ignorant, just giving me the business. I'm not doing what you say. But they get with these European brothers, and it's like, oh, well, I'm supposed to do that because he's taking care, whatever the case may be. I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like a lot of times, like, not that the nice guys finish last, but the African brother finishes last because it's so easy for the sister to disrespect African brother. It's so easy for her to not show up for the African brother, but get out there and date outside the culture and make up all these different reasons and excuses, probably for the fact that they kind of have to make that situation work, or they just were the fool anyway, right? That they look foolish for having going outside the culture and it don't work. So that's another
Mm-hmm.
reason why they go extra hard for these individuals. But I just simply feel like for all the stuff sisters talk about wanting us to treat them like queens, us to treat them better. I feel like if I was a European and had the same stature, the same mindset, go just as hard for my woman, I just think I would get a lot more respect because I think as a whole, we're taught as the people that white is right. And it frustrates me that my woman goes to work and her supervisor or manager tells her to do stuff she knows she don't want to do, but she does it. She come to the crib and after saying smiling and nice and giving all this good personality and good vibes off to the Europeans she worked with, she come to the crib and now I have to get the attitude, the dissolution, the uncooperative attitude like you're talking about. It rankles me. So let's talk about that for a second. You know what I mean? That's what I
Yeah.
feel like
Well,
tonight.
well, I
Yeah.
think I think we owe it. See, this is, you hit on something that's really important, and it's something that's not talked about on the right level among people in our culture. We don't
Let's
talk
go.
about what it really means to cooperate with one another, and that's from cross gender, and also um, from same gender, like men to men and women to women and women to men and men to women, right? So we have to learn how to cooperate. But what is it? So there's something that's going on, and this is what people don't see. What we are under psychological attack, and we have fallen for it every single time. It's in this music that we love. It's in the images that we see on any kind of media source, whether it's social media, mainstream media, what have you. They're telling us how we should be. We are the only race of people that's having this conversation. The white folks are not having the conversation of whether or not their men need to provide and stuff. That's not the conversation they're having in their culture. The Asian men and women are not having this conversation. You know, it's only black men and women that's having this conversation, and it's because we've been confused by the images and messages that we've been fed. So we've gotten to this. So we got the people like Cardi B and um, what's her name, the Stallion, Megan the Stallion, and I don't really know these girls or whatever because I don't follow them or nothing like that. But I'm just looking at what they're bringing to the table, and everybody like them, like the Kardashians and so forth. They got this glamorous lifestyle, and then you got these lifestyles, what was the wives of Atlanta and all these hip hop this and hip hop.
Right.
You see, we've been bombarded with these images that material things is what matter. You see, and don't think that that does not have an effect on our culture overall. Of course it does. It's going to have an effect on how we treat one another, what we expect from one another. So that's what's dividing us right there. Because at some point we didn't have this conversation back in the 80s and back and stuff. There was just an ongoing understanding that we had within our households. We understood that. So now we think that it is up to the man. We have to now bring all this lavish lifestyle to be considered a man, and that's absolutely not true.
A high value man.
Well, high value man is
Men
somebody
can
who
be
values themselves.
men,
Yeah, that's somebody who values himself and bring his best presentation forward. That's a high value man. It's not about how much money he got and how well he can take care of somebody else, but it's about his presentation. He walks and lives with integrity. He values his health. He values his appearance and things like that. So yeah, so he takes care of himself, and that itself influences or inspires others. So that's another thing I want to bring up is that the fact that we've forgotten how to inspire one another. We don't inspire one another. We throw around words like submit. Tell our women to submit. Not submit to the love that we share, but submit to what I'm telling you to do. That's eternal stuff. That's abuse. That's not. We're supposed to you're supposed to inspire your woman to reflect you. That's what you be something for her to reflect, and she will cooperate. You know, that's the way this stuff works, man. That's the nature of it. Hey, God wrote that. I didn't. I'm just telling you what the nature is. You know,
but
and
don't
this
be
is
trying to slide that cooperate word. Don't be trying to slide that cooperate on us brothers. Like you have me going, you slide that. That's why we should cooperate. Like, man, get out of here with that. Look, all I'm
what is
saying
it
is it doesn't make any sense. My simple argument for that is this. Yes, I want my woman to feel as if I consider her to be somebody in just an entity that I need that presence in I value your presence in my life deeply. But if we driving somewhere to go somewhere, just a simple example, everybody. If we trying to get to Walmart for something for the house that we gotta have
Mhm.
right now, we just ran out. We gotta get there. And she say go this way, bust the right, bust the left, and we'll get there. And I'm like, man, I was gonna go straight and then cut a left and then go around the back, and it's faster. If we cooperating, which way we gonna take? Somebody
Well,
has to be in the lead, man. So
what not?
so if you say I need to inspire my woman, well, this ain't going. She says, look, I don't get down like that. Yeah, I love you, but I want to do my own thing. Should I say, okay, well, I'll go this time. You don't have to ride with me. You know, or drive your own car and follow me because I'm gonna go. You see what I'm saying? Like one way or another is gonna come down to if we're actually together, someone has to lead. Someone's vision is gonna be out front. Bottom line. So cooperation is only good, I guess, maybe when it comes to deciding on how to parent our child, or whether it's a stepchild or a mixed family or whatever. I'm talking about. I can understand cooperation at that point. Cooking the meal together. That's so it has cooperation. You make the sides, I make. That's cooperation. But in certain important jumps, someone's gonna have to take the lead, and I'm just uncomfortable with you talking about cooperation as if I should sit back and say, "Oh, honey, you go ahead." I'm just uncomfortable with that. I'm just being real. It's my show. Taibu Muadi. I'm a mess tonight.
Yeah. So let me address the example that you use about the in the car. It's pretty obvious who should be leading. The one that's in the driver's seat should be the one leading. Okay, that's the one that leads. The final say is the one who's driving. If you got the steering wheel and the pedals at your disposal, then that's the one who's leading. Now, but it's up to the driver to determine, okay, if I know the way, then I'm going to go the way I know. But then if I don't know the way, then I'll be open to instruction from the passenger. But that's for the driver to decide. Okay, so that's pretty obvious. I don't even know why that's even a conversation. You know, so it should
because
be.
It's happening, bro. I go through that. I go through that now. I was going to church on Sunday. I was going to church on Sunday and like pointing. I was getting ready to turn. She was like, "So I don't want to have issues right before. I don't want to, So I just go ahead and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel some kind of way about it, but I just go ahead and go because what we're gonna do? Argue about the best way to get there? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. But so I'm saying women are out there trying to, and I'm talking about. I be in church. I be doing stuff. When I'm in church, word, I get business ideas. I'm putting them in my notes, or I'm putting them in on a Google document. That's how I get. But I'm still hearing the word. But I was doing that before, and so now we go to church together. She got mad at me doing it before I met her. You know what I'm saying? And the church is so bomb. Shout out to the Church, Texas, in Fort Worth. The church is so bomb. Her mom didn't just join the church, but she wanna get upset about how I act and how I behave in church, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. So for me, it's just like, are you trying to push me away? Because I was a grown man when I met you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't govern how I do church. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And she really had an attitude. So I'm saying, women that don't know how to submit and understand, you got a good man, loyal, faithful, there for you, here for you, building with you. But you want to tell me how to behave when we out the house or in the house? So it's ridiculous. I don't want my girlfriend to be my mom. And you talking that car, that's what's I'm telling you, bro. It throws me off.
But what you're talking though, brother, that's a whole different level, because that's something else. Those are personal conditions that each one of y'all need to be dealing with on your own. You know what I'm saying? You as an individual need to be working on your stuff, and she needs to be working on her stuff. Y'all both got stuff that seem to be interfering with your ability to cooperate within your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Each one of y'all, and it sounds like it's ego. You and her both got big ego.
That's not fair, bro. If you just said, if I know where I'm going, she should just chill and ride in the car. This is why I date younger. I keep telling women this. You older, 30 and up, y'all talk too much. Y'all being too much in business. Women in their 20s, 20-something women, I respect y'all. Y'all sit back, y'all looking cute, y'all in the vanity mirror, y'all doing y'all thing.
They still looking for daddies.
The music. They still looking y'all for don't daddies. Touch the music. Hold on. Y'all don't touch the music. Y'all don't want to control what I'm playing on my radio. I'm telling you, it never fails. A woman that has her own kids, ladies, just you have kids, raise your kids. Don't try to stand on me. Raise your own. Women ain't standing on their own kids. Their kids run the street doing all kind of murder and mayhem and want to try to stand on their man. It's just not, look, stand on his daddy. Try to stand on me. I'm telling you right now. So you talk about it's not like ego, bro. You just sat there and said the person with the steering wheel should make the decisions. I was cool. I was from the butt right, get on the 20, hit the you know what I'm saying, to 27, do the way I go to church. I was going away from Dallas. I know how to get to my church. I think she is now. So for her to be like, You know what I'm saying? No words, just go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really forceful. It touched me.
No,
And
I
then
get it. I
after
get
church,
it.
to be like, what's on your
I,
phone? So this is how
you know what that boils down
before
to?
I met you.
Then
Man.
y'all got to have a talk about whether or not she trusts you, because that's a trust issue. That's a trust when you're in the driver's seat, got the steering wheel, you're in control of the brakes and the acceleration pedal, and she's still trying to give you
Yes.
the instruction. No, that's a trust issue.
Yes.
And there is no cooperation where there's no trust. And you got to figure out why don't she probably got man issues all around. It could be stemming from her childhood, could be her father, her uncles, her brothers, whoever, and you just kind of like getting the tail end of that. So you got so that itself that's got to be dealt with. No matter what, she's got to trust you, to lead. That's got to be trust right there. And I know that there's some women who are so badly battered by their past that even if their current man is a good man, is a good leader, and she just won't ever let him just lead. She'll spend more time breaking them down, beating them down, and things like that when they need to sit back and just trust. So yeah, no, I get that, but y'all need to be having that conversation though, brother. Y'all need to have that conversation. So I
and,
get
and,
it in
and
in
that's
those
and that's look, ultimately that's gonna be the end of it, because that's something she's unwilling to do too. She shows lower, she don't want to actually talk about the things that's like come to understanding talks. We have to have understanding. That's what you're basically saying. Cooperation or not, we definitely have to have understanding about what's happening here.
That's
And
right.
before we can get to that, she'll shut down. So there really is no communication beyond what she does or doesn't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? It's just attitude.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
most ridiculous thing, bro. I don't know, but I will say this. I'm glad that you are who you are, and you make it sound so cool. When I say that cooperation frightens me, at least I know what I'm saying. I feel like if I bring value to the relationship, if I show I care and I genuinely care, there's without a question, without a doubt, she knows I'm here for her. I'm solid, and I'm going to take care of her. You know what I'm saying? So the
Mm-hmm.
fact, like you said, that she doesn't fall back and let me live my life and appreciate having something good, that says a lot. It always has. I've considered myself giving her time to acclimate to having a good man. If she doesn't before it's time for me to ride out, that's on her. But I feel
Mm-hmm.
like in my heart, I'll know when it's time. If I'm getting the just due, I feel like I'm her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not wrong in tarrying, if I can use that word, a little bit in the situation, because I know her past. I know she has had it rough. But at the end of the day, I didn't cause those issues. I
Right.
didn't make those decisions. I
That's
wasn't in
right.
those relationships.
Absolutely.
I'm only gonna deal with the ramifications and the manifestations of what that brought into your life, how that shape molded you for some. Because I know for a fact, if I'm in the driver's seat and in my vehicle, you should be over there doing hair, whatever you gotta do to get ready for us to walk in the door. You shouldn't be trying to tell me how to drive there. And when we get to church, you should be considering what the Lord's saying to you, not what I'm doing over in my, you know what I'm saying, bottom line. That's
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at with it.
Well,
I appreciate
exactly.
you being honest. I appreciate you being honest with me. We needed that. And this is the kind of real talk we have. And this is why I have this show. This is how African men need to talk to each other and keep it real with each other, and in support of doing the right thing. And after this show, trust me, we'll definitely have that talk. I appreciate you encouraging me to try once again to get the understanding about where it's at with me and way. Damon D. Man, I'm talking about this brother is deep. So let me play this right or wrong segment for you so you can dig into this. This is really funny. But this is what she does add to this show. I really appreciate her. Her right or wrong segments are usually on point. Here it is. Oops. Hold on. What happened to my speaker tendon? Went out. Oh, okay. That's because it probably ran out of energy. So I have to plug. There we go.
Yeah, tell us in the picture. What's on Instagram? I was just gonna, I was just gonna say, yes, these things is true, right? There are tons of men who have sex with women that they're not even attracted to. So the answer is yes. This is what I say as a result of us doing such a thing, we mess up the market because women think because women are attaching value of the dude that smashed to what it is that they look like. They now think because this dude that they're attracted to has smashed them, they think that they are more attractive than they actually are. So, so the dude that actually want to be with her, he doesn't get the time of day because she's like, listen, hey, this dude that's an 8, 9, 10 gave it to me. So I know what to say. Why you doing that?
So that was the right or wrong segment. She was asking, do you feel like his opinion is right or wrong that men that just be sleeping with women that they're not attracted to as men women's mindset up and getting her geeked up something she knows she'll never really have is a man that's at 8, 9, or 10 trying to actually be with her and she's between a 2 and a 5 maybe. Like that's never going to happen.
You know, this is, listen, it's all about, listen, we all do that because that what sex is to a woman is not the same thing it is to a man. It could be recreational to a man. It could be nothing more than a massage. It's a good time to feel good or what have you. This is why a man doesn't have to be attracted, because we men don't get connected to the person, we get connected to the experience. You see? So as long as it's the experience, that's why we ain't got to be attracted to her. We don't have to even like her, even know her name. But again, that's because in our animal nature, we are designed to just spread our seed. That's by nature. See, if people don't understand how we are wired, that's part of the reason why. We have within our R complex, which is the brain stem. That's what those instinctual acts come from. It's part of our nature, you know. But now it's even better now when we want to connect with a female. Yes, there are some things that has to be there for us to settle down and to take her and consider her to be wife or even somebody who represents us. But as far as sex goes, no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the sex thing, because, and it doesn't. I disagree that it messes up the market. You know, it's all about an experience. If that woman thinks since she done slept with a good looking man that she thinks she good looking now, she go to the next good looking man. It's up to him to say, no, I don't want to. No, you're not good looking enough. This is all individual experiences. I don't think it's messing up the market. That's because that's going to be something that's going to keep on happening. We can't have say so over the choices that other people make. So again, it's just one of the things I think we waste our energy on. We don't have no kind of consideration or control over the decisions people make. You know, so I know I've been there
Kevin
before.
Samuel had a lot. I don't mean to cut you off, but Kevin Samuel had influence over decisions people make. May he rest in peace. What do you think about that? I mean, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, but I mean, what you're saying right now, I can contradict that by saying popular individuals and their comments changed the way a lot of folks did things, with a lot of folks move. So even you interest. Somebody come on my show, Taibu Muad'Dib breaks it down to them. Like, nah, I've been telling women to vet. I've been telling young women between 17 and 25 not to marry. That's a big mistake because you're going to be somebody different after you're 20 years old. That 17, 25 phase, live your life, keep your legs closed, or practice birth control. You do not want to start a family or have kids between that time. You wreck your body that young, put that mileage on your body that young, you're going to regret it with that you mistakenly get with in that time, or leave because you didn't know at that time. In your 30s, you're going to be all one of these ladies that are very bitter and distasteful and put down, and it's all about the men, but really it was your poor decision making. So I'm just saying right now, I have influence, you have influence, people who have influence over decisions folks make. So it's not about us having say so, but these comments are influential. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is that these are, you know, we all have our philosophies, and that's all it is. Every man, every older man, of course, has come through a certain set of experiences where he's gained knowledge and some wisdom from those experiences. So he develops his philosophy. This is what should happen. But people have to understand that that's not absolute truth. You take from that
Okay.
what works from you, what works for you. But that's up to it's our job to speak what we think is the right thing to say if we feel it based on our experiences. But our experiences and the way we've traversed through life is going to be different. It's unique. It ain't the same as other people. So unlike animals, mankind cannot be grouped like as far as how they behave, because man is freed by nature, whereas animals are compelled by nature. Animals have to be the way they are, but we can at any time, because we have the power of reasoning, we can always choose something different. I don't have to do whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? You and I could be doing two different things, but we still men. It doesn't matter. You could be wealthy, I could be broke. We still men. You could be faithful to your woman. I can be, promiscuous. We still men. It doesn't. It's just because all we doing right there is exercising choice, and that is something that's God given. That's something that's God given. So when Kevin Samuels comes on, he talks about how he thinks things should be. It's people. If you take his word to be the Holy Grail, then that's gonna be his word is gonna be like your Bible. So and that's for people who are looking for direction and stuff like that. And that's okay. That's okay if that works for you. But the worst thing that you can do is take it to be absolute truth. Now that is ignorance. You just have to say, well,
Wow.
this is a perspective that I can get with. It's a perspective that I can get with, but it's not absolute
Right.
truth. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's what I feel about that, man. As far as that goes, that's why I always anything I say I can always back it up with some sort of a scientific platform. I come from I come from science. So when I do it that way, make you understand how things work, and you'd understand everything is abstract anyway. Nothing is absolute. Nothing but the
I'm a
law
linear.
government.
I'm a linear thinker, so I'm gonna go as far as to say that, and from which comes first, the chicken or the egg standpoint. I
Mm-hmm.
still need a functional definition for what a good man is, because I just still think I have a soft spot in my heart for the women on the show that say, Taibu, I was fooled. I was tricked by this guy. He made me think it was going to be forever. He made me think it
Uh-huh.
was meaningful. I meant something to him. I had no way to know that he was playing games with my mind or with my heart. Aunt Les
Mm-hmm.
said that. China Miller said that. She believes all men cheat. I've had women on the show. Tara, she said that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That she wished she hadn't. I've just had so many women. My first season, I've had so many. Y'all go back and look at the replays. I've had so many women blame the man for having game or making it seem someone wasn't. Tyrena, my ex co-hostess, my former co-hostess, she used to say that. So what I'm saying to you is, if let's offer. I started with the women. So men, if you look at my August 1st episode, I gave a functional definition for what a good woman is. You don't have to be fooled anymore. If she's not giving you that energy, then you do not invest in her. All right. Bottom line. Don't stick around for her to get yourself together. Just tell her, based on this podcast right here, you don't stack up. Too many red flags. I'm out. Cut them ties. Don't allow yourselves, men and women, to get emotionally tied in, create soul ties with somebody that's not a good person. That's the best way I think I can do to help you guys out there right now. Help the village out. We cannot have unity in the community until it happens in our relationships. Would you agree with that, sir?
Well, that's true, but as far as coming up with a concrete definition, there's no such thing. This is why. The same thing that a one woman says is bad about a man, another woman say that's what she love about a man. You see what I'm saying? So we have these people who are in polygamous situations who they actually want a man that want multiple women. Then you got these monogamous situations who say a man with multiple women is a dog. You see what I'm saying? So there is no, it's all individual. All I can tell everybody out there, you got to know who you are. You got to know your worth and what it is that you want. If you go up to anybody without knowing any of that, yes, you're going to be taken for a ride. You must know yourself. That's bottom line.
Exactly.
You know what you want and don't fall for nothing else. You know, so and you so that's why when you come up on something that you don't like, it doesn't make him a bad man. That just means you didn't know who you are before you coming up on him. If you know who you are and know what you want, then you won't make that mistake. So it ain't, that's the definition you need to be concerned with. It's just your own.
Now, so from a manipulation standpoint, because women do this too, but I'm still, but I still say right now, what I'm saying to you is, myself and the only time I was married, I was manipulated because I didn't have a functional definition of what a good woman was. So we fall into a trap, DI man, where we take people at face value because we have no other skill set. We don't. So I've been telling people on my show the first season, hey, vet that person based on this criteria. I also gave 4 steps to marriage. Keep it simple, keep it real. Because I want people to understand that you can do something wrong 1,000 different ways, but there's only one way to get it right. Back
it's only one way to get it right.
Something you
Gotcha. No, okay. Now you go ahead, broke up for a little bit. I heard you now.
Okay, yeah. There's 1,000 to get something wrong, but only one way to get it right. And I know this for a fact because I used to have a buddy. His name was T. Ray. He was an add-on for my guy, part of our clique. And T. Ray could bake a cake. Boy, could he make a cake. I bake cakes because I like. But T. Ray, boy, he put that thing on it. So, am I doing something wrong? He's doing something right. Like, like it's only one way to really get it right. Because his cake tastes like a real cake that you buy from the store. Me and his oven in his kitchen is the same as mine. What is that brother doing? You see what I'm saying? I think it's the same with relationships. It really is only one way to get, because we all want that vibe. Hollywood messes it up for everybody because after you watch one real serious heartthrob movie, man or woman, you want that. You desire that. Why can't I have that? I'm going to bust my head all my life trying to find that one vibe with that one person. So on my show, on my influence, I'm offering people that. Let's have a functional definition for what's a good man, what's a good woman, because that can begin to hold people accountable outside of that. Remember back in our day, we was raised when women had that women's code, like it was really socially unacceptable to sleep with a married woman's man. You know what I'm saying? Like women outed you for doing that. It wasn't like, go ahead, girl, take him. No, you got old like Jill Scott. You can't get away with what I'm feeling. This is my man. And you told everybody in town she slept with my. So it was a code back in the days. Men didn't hang around other men that didn't take care of business at home. These were codes that we still had, even though our communities were fractured and we had dysfunctionalism and it was the crack, but we still had codes where we tried to hold each other accountable in the barbershops, in the beauty shops, right? The floozies, the huzzies, they wasn't allowed to be in women's circles with real women, right? So it's the lady, it's the cousin on soul food. She wasn't allowed around the huzz. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. So my platform, Dion, man, I'm trying to get that going again. We should have village accountability for people who are just trying to run around and, like the man said, mess up the market. I think he's wrong, but as far as messing up the market, it happens, but in different ways. So his using that statement was real. It just happens in different ways, not just because men are sleeping with women that they're not attracted to. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with that. I'm just saying.
But I still have to ask where these narratives come from. What are you talking about? Is there like a like does that market present like the stock market? Do we get to see the numbers? Like, how do you know it's messing up the market? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, where does that narrative come from? To me, that's just something somebody making up to have a conversation. And so and to me, it's ignorance and it's kind of childish, to be honest with you. So I don't because for me,
my
that's
man
not it.
LaShawn said he sounded like he was a hater. That's what he actually
Well,
said.
yeah, it's because it has no base. It has no base at all, no real base other than what somebody personally feels in their own opinion. And I don't really care to be dragging around somebody else's opinion. I really don't care about that. And it's a whole bunch of people's opinion that's starting a lot of mess out here. That's how we get into these. That's why we're not having real conversations about how men and women are actually supposed to be towards each other. That's why we are here seeking a definition of what a good man and good woman is, when still that I can't answer that, because there is and never will be an answer to that. The only answer is, what is it that you want? That's what I tell my clients and my students. You got to know who you are. Then you know what's best for you. Because what works for you doesn't work for somebody else. That's why for some people, a thug worked. And for other people, a businessman worked. You see what I'm saying? So each one of them, two different type of men, but a certain type of woman thought one was good, and a whole different type of woman thought the other one was good. There is no definition of a good man or a good woman. It all depends on, do you know who you are? Do you know what you want? What makes you tick? What's going to add to you and your experience? And that's going to be unique, because some people want what the trash that somebody else throw away. That's what I say is, what one man's trash is another man's treasure. And that right there is the epitome of, there's no such thing as trash or treasure. It's just who is valuing it. Somebody values a thug. Somebody values a broke man that's got all these other qualities. Somebody values a man with a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, we can't come up with a definition. There's no such thing.
Me and you are gonna have to, and I'm almost to my time, but me and you are gonna have to agree to disagree. But we will continue this discussion. I've been locked down with scum. I've been locked down with some individuals that, I wouldn't, let my sister date, no matter what she wanted, a thug or a guy that had good game. I'm just saying, the bottom line is, we should have, we are people. It doesn't matter who we learn civilization from. We're civilized people. So there's always going to be a set of rules. What I'm talking about with the functional definition of a good man or a good woman is, I'm talking about the baseline rules as far as family is concerned. I'm not just talking about having a good time. What I'm saying is, men and women, to your point about being wired, are wired differently for different things. So don't judge a man by his body count the way we judge a woman. Don't judge a woman by our ability to provide the way we do a man. So what I'm saying to you is that, honestly, for the people there that are just coming on to this broadcast and this podcast and learn about You're a Mess, the dating sphere in the African village is a mess. That's why I made this show called You're a Mess. If you're not now because you hear something on this show, like you heard earlier, me and my brother talking, and he was telling me, giving me some advice about how to deal with my own personal situation, because he heard it, like, okay, out of whack, y'all got to handle that. That's what this program is for, to wake you up. If you hear us say it shouldn't be happening, it shouldn't. Advice is not something you want to hear. It's the right thing for you. That's the first thing I learned about advice when I started taking it and accepting it. Is it's not what you want to hear. You don't want to hear good advice, because good advice is going to tell you to go a different direction than what he said, animalistic, or your basic nature wants you to do. It's going to make you to think on a higher level. Let the people who advise you be people who grow. All right, that's the bottom line. So our associations, either, to your point, Dion, men pull us down. You talking about women, or build us up. And so what I'm saying to you is at the very end of the day, man or woman, a good man definitely lays is going to build you up. He's not going to be tearing you down. If you are with a man and most of the stuff come out of his mouth is put downs, whether they're snide, subtle hints, or just overt put downs, he's not a good man, or he's not a good man for you. To Di Men's point, that's the bottom line, because he should be, to Di Men's earlier point, building you up to a point so much where he inspires you to want to reflect the best parts of him. No one's perfect, but we can have a functional definition of what's good. We want you men to have a good woman and women to have a good man. So that's why I'm taking this responsibility on. And I want there to be accountability in the village. I don't know any civilized society we're living in where there aren't a set of rules where you are ostracized and outcasted if you don't live within them. The LGBTQ community is going through that right now, still struggling with it. Now, I don't know about any about that, but I see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
People with different religious beliefs in this country go through it. After 9/11, there were attacks on perceived Islamic and Muslim situations. So we live in a nation where if you are outside curve in the way you think or act, you're going to be judged by it and you're going to deal with certain consequences. Is that always a bad thing? I don't think that it is. I think that African men should approach the African woman and look to maintain her. That's a good man. That's definitely going to be in my definition. From the approach level, if you're approaching her just to smash, ladies, you have to know that. And if you're okay with that, then you can't complain down the line about how men treat you. Period. Dear man, I appreciate you for coming on, man. True Love Tuesday, man. You definitely showed our viewers some love tonight by jumping on here. I have a date out for you before it gets anywhere near September, so I'm gonna stay on you till I get that date.
Yes,
That
sir.
so me and
Yes,
my
sir.
queen can get
Please
out.
do.
I can sit at your feet and eat from this stuff without having to say a word. I can sit and just listen and build my knowledge base. I'm telling you, everybody, right now. When I met this brother, he was the same. Maybe less learned, maybe less experienced. This was like 10, 12 years ago. His journey has definitely shown me that with the path that I'm on right now, just stick with it. Because I'm making powerful connections and meeting powerful people here in Dallas Fort Worth area as well. And this is gonna build. But he's always a good brother, man. He cares. Tap into his network. Um, I'm gonna have to get you to send me links to your stuff so that I can have it on the show. When you come
Okay.
on this show, I want to be able to click on my description or something. So email that to me, text it to me, whatever you got to do. I need that link so I can post it when I do the show. I can put it on there, and folks can have access. Y'all can have access to Celebrity Life Coach Dion. I'm gonna let you go, brother. Shout out to your beautiful queen, your lovely family, man. And like I said, that date because I'm on my way.
Got you, brother. I got you. All right.
All right, we out of here, man. We out of here. Get that brother some space, man. Let him do uh how to do it. It's not
I
letting me
said.
do the right thing, man. It's talking about something. No, it was talking about something else. I don't know what it was saying. It was saying something weird. I'm like, uh, nah. Usually it just says remove. Talking about kick. I'm like kick the gas. Like he didn't do nothing. Okay, there it is.
I got it. I do it this
I
way.
hit.
All right. See me
Okay, I was
tell.
getting ready to say because I hit the wrong
That's
button. All right, y'all. We're right here, man. It's Taibu Muad'Dib. That's my time, folks. I hope that you enjoyed it. The bottom line is background to come to get this functional definition of what a good man is. We were talking tonight about some things, and I'll run the reel on Instagram tomorrow. You guys have an opportunity to vote on it. As we continue to move forward, we're going to look more into a man's mindset. How does a man feel about being faithful? How do men feel about being faithful on average? Ladies, are men more apt to be faithful these days than we'll say in the past? Are men more apt to be faithful or less? And I'm gonna get it to a yes or no question, but we want to look at what women's views are of men and their faithfulness. I'm gonna get that question fleshed out, run the reel. Please vote on it when you see it on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Vote on it or leave a comment one way or another so I can get your feedback input. Come September, we will have a functional definition of what a good man is for you sisters. I say ride with that. It's Taibu Muad'Dib right here. Shout out to my cousin Fred for his commentary. Shout out to Shay Houston, my beautiful girlfriend, for her right or wrong segment. The I Ain't No Joke right or wrong segment. And this is Taibu Muad'Dib. Good night.